Hello students, in previous sessions we have completed four types of operators: assignment operator, arithmetic operators, relational operators and logical operators. Now the fifth category, increment and decrement operators. In C language, plus plus and minus minus, these two operators are known as increment and decrement operator. Here plus plus operator is increment operator, minus minus operator is decrement operator. These operators are used to increment and decrement the operand value by 1. Increment and decrement operators are unary operators. They require only one operand. Okay? These operators are unary operators and require only one operand. First one, increment operator. Plus plus operator is known as increment operator. Increment operator is used to increment the operand value by 1. So if you want to increment the operand value by 1, then we use increment operator as plus plus. Here, increment operator can be classified into two ways as pre-increment operator and post-increment operator. This classification arises based on the placement of the operator with the operand. Depending on the placement of the operator with the operand, it can be classified into two ways as pre-increment and post-increment. Now, the type of the operations are referred as pre-increment operation and post-increment operation. The first one, pre-increment operation. If plus plus operator, that means increment operator, is placed before the operand, now the type of the operation is referred as pre-increment operation. So in pre-increment operation, its functioning: first, compiler increments the operand value by 1 and then the result value is assigned to the variable. Now refer this point. So in pre-increment operation, first compiler increments the operand by 1. Okay? First increments the operand value by 1 and then the result is assigned to the variable. Consider this example. Now x equivalent to 7. Now x holds the value as 7. Now an expression y equivalent to plus plus x format. Now observe. Here plus plus is placed before the operand x. Hence this type of operation is referred as pre-increment operation. Now when we execute this statement, now the statement works in two stages. Here plus plus operator is applied on x. Hence first increment x value by 1. Now x equivalent to x plus 1 format. Now x equivalent to x value is 7. So 7 plus 1, 8. Now x value becomes 8. And then the result value is assigned to the variable. Here the value is assigned to the variable y. Hence 8 is assigned to y. Now finally x value is 8 and y value is 8. Now, observe these two values. X value is 8 and y value also 8. This one pre-increment operation. Then post-increment operation. If plus plus operator, that that means increment operator, is placed after the operand, then it is termed as post increment operation. Plus plus operator is placed after the operand, then it is termed as post increment operation. Now its functioning. In post increment operation, first compiler assigns the value to the variable. First it assigns the value to the variable, and then operand value is incremented by 1. Consider this example. Now x equivalent to 7 and the expression is y equivalent to x plus plus. Now initially x holds the value 7. Now the expression is y equivalent to x plus plus. Observe this format. Here plus plus operator is placed after the operand x. Hence it is referred as post increment operation. Now its functioning. First, value is assigned to the variable. Here assignment operator, the value is assigned to y. Hence 7 is assigned to y. And then the operand value is incremented by 1. Here this operator is applied on x. Hence x is incremented by 1. Now x equivalent to x plus 1. So 7 plus 1, it reaches to 8. Now when we print x and y values, now y value is 7 and x value is 8. Now this one, x value 8 and y value 7. Okay. So if we apply either pre-increment operation or post-increment operation, the operand value must be incremented by 1. But the way of assignment should be different. So in pre-increment operation, first increment the value, then assign. Whereas in post-increment, first assign the value and then increment by 1. Okay. So this one, increment operator. Then let us consider this example. Now this is an example program for increment operator. First one, header files stdio.h and conio.h. Main function, open brace, variable declarations int x comma y. CLR SCR is a library function. Now x equivalent to 10. Now the variable x is initialized with 10. Now we are applying pre-increment operation like y equivalent to plus plus x. Now print x and y values. Now imagine, now what is the result of x and y values at this stage? Now when we execute this equation, now this is a pre-increment operation, hence x is incremented by 1, so x reaches to 11. Now the value is assigned to y, hence x value is 11 and y value also 11. Next one, x equivalent to 45. Now y equivalent to x plus plus. This one post increment operation. Now print x and y values. Observe this format. This one post increment. So first value is assigned to the variable. Hence y holds 45. And then x is incremented by 1. Now this one 46. So y value is 45 and x value is 46. Okay. Now implementation part completed. This one and curly brace. So this one increment operator. Here the next one, decrement operator. Minus minus operator is known as decrement operator. decrement operator is used to decrement the operand value by 1. So if you want to decrement the operand value by 1, we use decrement operator. Now as similar to increment operator, here also based on the placement of the operator with the operand, decrement operator can also be classified into two types as pre-decrement operator and post-decrement operator. Type of the operations are referred as pre-decrement operation and post-decrement operation. First one, pre-decrement operation. If minus minus operator, that means decrement operator, is placed before the operand, it is termed as pre-decrement operation. In pre-decrement operation, first compiler decrements the operand value by 1 and then result is assigned to the variable. So first decrement the operand value by 1 and then result is assigned to the variable. Observe this example. Now x equivalent to 7. Now expression y equivalent to minus minus x. Now observe, minus minus is placed before the operand x. Hence type of the operation is referred as pre-decrement operation. Now initially x holds the value as 7. Now in pre-decrement, first the operand value is decremented by 1. Hence x equivalent to x minus 1 is executed. Now x equivalent to 7 minus 1, 6. Now x reaches to 6 and then the result is assigned to the variable, hence 6 is assigned to y. Now x value is 6 and y value also 6. Now these are x and y values. X value 6, y value also 6. Then post decrement operation. If minus minus operator is placed after the operand, then it is termed as post decrement operation. In post decrement operation, first compiler assigns the value to the variable and then operand value is decremented by 1. So first assign the value, then operand value is decremented by 1. Observe this example. Now x equivalent to 7, y equivalent to x minus minus. Here minus minus is placed after the operand x. Hence type of the operation is referred as post decrement operation. So in post decrement operation, first assign the value to the variable. Hence 7 is assigned to y. And then the operand value is decremented by 1. Here this operator is applied on x. Hence it becomes x equivalent to x minus 1. Now x equivalent to 7 minus 1, 6. Now x value is 6 and y value is 7. Now this one. X value 6, y value 7. So in both stages, either we apply pre-decrement operation or post-decrement operation, the operand value is decremented by 1. Here the way of assignment should be different. So in pre-decrement, first decrement the value, then assignment. Whereas in post-decrement, first assign the value and then decrement. Okay. Now consider this example. Now example program for decrement operators. First one, header files stdio.h and conio.h. main open brace. Here we declare two integer variables int x comma y. CLR SCR x equivalent to 10. So first x is initialized with 10. Now the operation y equivalent to minus minus x. This one pre-decrement operation. Hence first decrement the operand value by 1. Now x reaches to 9 and then value is assigned to the variable. So x value becomes 9 and y also becomes 9. Now print x and y values. Now x equivalent to 45. Y equivalent to x minus minus. It refers to post decrement operation. So first value is assigned to the variable. Hence 45 is assigned to y. Now y holds 45. Now decrement operand value by 1. Hence x equivalent to 45 minus 1. It becomes 44. So x value is 44 and y value is 45. Now we print x and y values. Now implementation part completed and curly brace. So these are increment and decrement operators. Listen, plus plus and minus minus. These two operators are known as increment and decrement operators. These operators are used to increment and decrement operand value by 1. Okay. Increment and decrement operators completed. Now we go for one more operator, conditional operator. This one important one. Now in C language, there is a ternary operator pair question mark colon, which is known as conditional operator. Students, you are familiar with this word, ternary operator. So ternary operator requires more than 2 operands. So C language supports only one ternary operator pair as question mark colon. This combination is known as conditional operator. Any expression that forms with the combination of conditional operator and operands is termed as a conditional expression. This definition important one. Conditional expression is formed with the combination of conditional operator and operands. Now observe the general format of conditional operator. Here it requires more than 2 operands. Here these operands are specified as expressions. Now this format, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. Observe this format. This one important one. Expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. Now how this expression is executed? Once this format arises, first control reaches to expression 1. Expression 1 is evaluated and produces either true or false. That means outcome of expression 1 is either true or false. If expression 1 outcome is true, then control reaches to expression 2. Expression 2 is evaluated and becomes the result of the total expression. At this stage, expression 3 is not executed. It is skipped by the compiler. If expression 1 outcome is false, then control reaches to expression 3. Expression 3 is evaluated and becomes result of the total expression. That means at this stage, expression 2 is not executed. It is skipped by the compiler. So that only expression 2 or expression 3 is executed based on outcome of expression 1. This one important one. Remember, if expression 1 outcome is true, then expression 2 is executed. If expression 1 outcome is false, then expression 3 is executed. So in expression 2 and expression 3, only one expression is executed based on the outcome of expression 1. Okay? Now observe this one with the help of a program. Write a program to print maximum of given two values. First one, header files stdio.h, conio.h. These two header files are included. Main, open brace. Now we declare three variables a, b and max. CLR, SCR. Now students, analyze this problem statement. We are interested to print maximum of given two values. So for this problem statement, input is two values. Hence first read two input values. So enter two numbers. Assume these two values are A and B. Okay. Now imagine how we identify which is the maximum value. Is it A or B? Now we need some comparison in between these two values. If A is greater than B, if it is true, now A is the maximum value. Otherwise, B is the maximum value. So based on this analysis, now we place the statement as max equivalent to, since the result value is assigned to the variable max. So max equivalent to, now we place one expression A greater than B. Question mark A colon B, and statement must be ended with a semicolon. Now this combination is referred as conditional expression. Here the internal meaning, if A greater than B, if it is true, now control reaches to expression 2. Now this one. So A is the maximum value. Now A value is assigned to max. If A greater than B is false, now control reaches to expression 3. Now this one B. Now B value is assigned to max. Okay. If A greater than B, A is the maximum value. If A greater than B is false, then B is the maximum value. Now maximum value is available in max variable. Now print the value. So maximum number equivalent to %d, and we are printing max value. Now implementation part completed, terminated with end curly brace. So this one conditional operator. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.